Cheevo, guys!
What up, guys? This is
Cheevo, guys!
back here again with another achievement guide. Today, we're going to be focusing on the beautiful achievement in Untitled Goose game. To go for this achievement or trophy, you need to have unlocked all 4 areas. There's going to be a couple flowers amongst the 4 areas. There is one in the first area, one in the second area, one in the third area, and there's going to be 2 in the last area. So the flower that we need to get from the first area is going to be the flower that is just hanging out right here. We can go ahead and just pull it straight out of the ground. We want to steal that flower and we're going to take it back to the middle of the map, which is where the well is at. If you've completed the game, you should have unlocked all of the gates, which are like the shortcuts to get around the world quickly. So you can go through this gate to get to the well pretty quick. We can go ahead and drop off the first flower. Now we're going to go to the high streets, which is where we get the second flower. The second flower is going to be located in the lady's yard sale. So we just need to travel over to the high street area and steal it from her. We're going to have to try to do this without getting her attention, because if she realizes that we took anything from her yard sale, she's going to chase us down. And that can be kind of problematic when you have a human chasing you, because they're just a little bit faster than you, so they eventually catch you. So right now she's going for her broom because she wants to try to shoo me away. I took the flower and I was able to get away quickly. So after you collect that white flower, we are going to head back to the well, which is going to be down this little alley right here where we open the gate. So all we need to do is make sure that we set all 5 flowers in the basket over here. It does kind of get hard to make sure they're all set in the basket after you have a few flowers in there. I don't think they literally need to be sitting in the basket. As long as they're right next to it or in the basket, the achievement should pop. So just make sure that you set down the white flower, and then now we're going to go for the third flower, which is going to be in the high gardens area, which is the third area in the game. So if you did the to-do list as well, then you know that you can cut off the rows here in the high gardens. What you have to do is, once they have created the no goose sign, it's going to move the seed packet next to the roses. That's going to allow us to move this rose right here down 2 spots towards the end. What that's going to do is that's going to set the rose right next to her squirrel plant. And what we need to do is we need to go to her side of the yard and we need to ruffle up the squirrel just a little bit. That way she comes over to trim it again. And what she's going to actually do is she's going to accidentally trim the neighbor's rose. Now, once she trims it, we're going to be able to grab that rose and we can go ahead and take it back to the basket. Now, the neighbor lady always prioritizes her fence, so she's going to make sure that she puts up her fence before anything. But then she's going to notice that her squirrel plant needs some trimming, and then she's going to accidentally cut that flower. So now we need to escape the yard without the neighbor noticing. Hopefully he has his newspaper up. If not, just be patient and try to go by when he has the newspaper up. Now we're going to exit through the high gardens and we are going to go back to the main hub, which is going to be by the well in the center. So just go down this little alley right here and we will be back at the well. We can go ahead and set down this rose in the basket. Now we have 3 of the 5 flowers. The last 2 flowers are going to be in the pub area. So just go ahead and set down that flower, and now we're going to go to the top left over this bridge, and now we are back at the pub. Now, there's 2 ways to get into the pub. You can go into the box and wait for the lady to grab you and bring you in. That's the way I'm going to go in this first time. I'll show you another way to get in here shortly. But just make sure that the lady is on her way, and then you're just going to head inside of the box. And she's going to pick you up, and she's going to move you inside. And then once you pass the main entrance, you can go ahead and make some noise and escape. And just make sure that you hide in one of those areas that they can't get to you. So here she is. She's going to pick me up real quick, and she's going to bring me inside of the pub. Now, as soon as you pass the guy, we can go ahead and press X to make some noise. Then you just want to hold A to run away, and then take a right, and we can go ahead and hide in one of these little areas where they can't get to you. Right there works. Now we're going to go to the other side of the gate. Now, the way that you unlock this gate here, if anybody's wondering, is you need to climb over on top of this dumpster and then unlock it. That's how you unlock the gate to get over to the model village. Now, once you follow this path, what you need to do is you need to get into the water and then swim under this bridge right here. That's going to lead you to the model village. Now what we need to do next is we need to go over to this little shed right here, and there's a flower. Now we're going to take this yellow flower back to the basket where the well is. That's in the center of the level. What we need to do first though is escape the pub, which is kind of hard because that guy is always hanging out there right there by the exit. So once you exit the model village area, just make sure that you go up these little stone stairs right here. That's going to lead you back to the back of the pub. Then you need to crawl through this little area where we hid through the guy when he was chasing us. That's going to lead us past that door. And now we're going to head for the exit. The first time I exited the pub, he made me drop my flower. I had to go pick it back up. However, I'm going to edit through that footage to make this quick and to the point. So just make sure that you take it over this bridge, and we're going to take it back to the basket next to the well. So go ahead and drop that 4th flower, and now we only have 1 more flower left. Now the last flower is the flower that the ladies give you in the pub for performing. That one's pretty easy to get. You've probably got this flower naturally just through playing the game. However, you probably never took it to the basket. So we need to go get that flower and take it to the basket. That's going to be our 5th flower. Now the other way that you can get into the pub is by dragging the no goose sign over here. He's going to come and grab it, and then you can run in. However, if you just started at the pub and you haven't done anything on the to-do list, the no goose sign probably won't be out there yet. You need to get far enough in the pub for them to put out the no goose sign. So if he starts chasing you, just run under one of these areas where he can't get you. Eventually he's going to walk back to the entrance, and then we can go talk to the ladies that we need to perform for. So performing for these ladies is actually part of the to-do list for this level. Again, you've probably done it before. What you need to do is just stand on this platform. We're pretty much going to be playing Simon Says here. First, they're going to ask you to make noise, and then they're going to ask you to lower your head, and then they're going to ask you to flap your wings. Just make sure you do all 3 of those things for them, and then they're going to award you with the flower. Now again, we have to get this flower out of the pub without getting caught. So as I mentioned before, you can go through that little first area, and that's going to distract him, and you're going to be able to walk out of the pub. That's how you exit the pub quickly without getting caught. You have to make sure that you go into that little area where he can't get you next to the stairs, and then head to the exit on the right side. That's going to pop you out right near the exit of the pub where we'll be able to leave without being seen. So yeah guys, just drop that 5th flower, and then that's going to pop the achievement or trophy for beautiful. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. If this video helped you out, please leave a comment, and don't forget to like and subscribe.